Hello, potential friends and likely enemies. It's me, Cooling, from that one video. Today, I'll be reviewing Bloons TD6. Bloons is a franchise that started out as a fun puzzle game, then a rough around the edges tower defense game, then a sequel to that tower defense game with little change, then a third sequel which was pretty good, then a very off-putting fourth sequel that introduced most of the towers we know today, but looked god awful. Then we had the classic BTD5, then my favourite game which was BTD for battles because I got to spam Super Monkey. But today we'll be talking about the masterpiece that is Bloons Tower Defense 6. I've played this game for a bit of time. One big change from 5 and battles is that it has 3 upgrade paths and 5 tiers of upgrade, but still has 2 max cross path upgrades. Another change is tower classes, separating towers between primary monkeys, your classic monkeys, their practical ability unmatched, military monkeys, fun towers with cool gimmicks, very practical, magic monkeys which are all the OP ones, and support towers which is literally just banana farming village. There's also the addition of monkey heroes, powerful individuals and Striker Jones that level up as the game progresses, but we'll talk about them later. Let's talk about difficulty. In Bloons, you'll defend various colourful places from the onslaught of Bloons, from a resort to a cornfield to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Wait, can monkeys even eat chocolate?
Oh.
The levels are separated into 4 difficulties: beginner, intermediate, gimmicky, and bullshit. In these levels there are 3 different game difficulties that come with their respective game modes. Easy mode consists of 40 rounds with the mother of all blimps at the end. It's pretty easy, you can do it without a problem. Then there's primary only, where you can only use the monkey from the primary class. Pretty obvious. Deflation is where you have 20k and you can't make any more money. This mode is incredibly boring because you're not actually playing the game and can easily be stopped by a 203 Super Monkey and like a hero or something. The point is that it's boring because you're not actually playing the game. Top is medium difficulty and its game mode. There is medium, it consists of 60 rounds with a big fucking blimp at the end, or BFB. Medium is a little more fun but still too easy to really have a blast. Then comes reverse, which is the same map but the balloons come from, guess what? The opposite way. I'm not joking, I've forgotten I played this game mode almost every time. After that is military mode, which is normal mode but with the fun and quirky twist that you can only use military towers. To be fair, it's decently fun. But the game mode after it, Apocalypse, was made by Satan while he's having a rough day. I hate this game mode so much. Let me run it down for you. No breaks in between rounds, the balloons don't stop coming. This also means you don't get your end of round money. That's a big blow to your money making. And the balloons are the toughest you've encountered so far. But what makes this bad is it only goes to round 60, which makes it kinda boring, and when you start the game it always comes up with this stupid sign going on how hard it is. Oh, it's just a challenge. Oh, this is the apocalypse. And it just pisses me off. But that's enough about medium mode. Now with hard mode, that's where the fun begins. Shit starts to get a tad bit intense. Hard mode has 80 rounds ending with a cheeky ZOMG. But that's not all the game modes in hard mode. Oh no, you have magic monkeys only. Now, can you guess what happens on magic monkeys only? What could it possibly entail? You got it? Yeah, that's right, you're so fucking smart. You can only use magic monkeys. Next up, double HP Moabs, where those tough and challenging Moabs and BFBs you've been fighting are even stronger. Then there's the fan-hated half-caste mode. I personally don't struggle too much with this, but many do, and I understand why. And simply, you're gonna have to learn how to get used to surviving with less money. But now we're onto the final 3 game modes. Alternate balloon rounds is the same as just the normal one, but the balloon rounds are just different this time. That's it. Just get the right defense for it and it's really easy. Not much to say really. But with Impoppable there's a real challenge. This is the real test of a BTD6 gamer. 1 life, meaning if you leak 1 balloon you're dead. Expensive towers and some of the hardest game modes in the game, introducing 2 dangerous, deadly and terrifying Moab class balloons. The silent, fast and camouflage DDT. This incredibly fast Moab class balloon can ruin a game, especially on the dreaded round 95, where a metric fuckton of DDTs, which is about 30, is released to ruin your day. And at round 100 is the final test, the Big Daddy blimp to end them all. The gargantuan Zeppelin sent from hell to recreate the Hindenburg is the one, the only big airship of doom, or bad. This fella's the tankiest blimp you'll face, and he's actually quite easy. You just need enough firepower. In fact, Impossible can be made really easy by buying 4 monkey banks past round 40 and collecting it when it's full, and you have more money than you know what to do with. This is nothing compared to Chimps, which is just like Impossible but not fun. And in the current version, there's a strat that works on every beginner map. Anyway, with the game modes covered, let's talk about heroes. Monkey heroes can come in different varieties. Quincy's, whose entire benefit is he's cheap and not much else. Gwendolyn, whose entire job can be achieved by a 030 wizard. Then Striker Jones, who, buffs mortar towers, how cool. Then the legend, Oben Greenfu, has the epic power of buffing magic monkeys and doing what the Spike Factory does, but way cooler. He is easily the best free hero. Then Sai, who's a very fun hero with their global range and all, but is slightly impractical in actual game due to their slow leveling up and just how they fire. Then one of my favourite heroes, Churchill, because he's a tank and it's really cool, but he's very expensive and levels up slowly. Next up is fan favourite Benjamin. He's so beloved because of his ability to make you a fuck ton of money with his use of NFTs, hacking, and a little bit of crypto investing. Then is Adili, who is used by literally 15 people max, so I'm not going to talk about her. And Pat Fusty, who's a funny big monkey. Not much else. Onto Adora, worshipper of the one true Sun God and clearly possessed by his power. She's a very fun hero and is very powerful. Onwards to sad and depressing seas as we meet the only aquatic hero, Admiral Brickle, who is a Spike Factory, but at sea. Onto the last two, Sorda, who is a master at slicing and dicing balloons, but only when placed in a good spot, otherwise she becomes useless. Then comes my favourite hero, Etienne. This Sigma male drone operator can have a maximum of 8 fairly powerful drones, a UAV that not only gives every tower counter detection, but later on becomes a powerful ability that can solo round 76 and later on becomes permanently there. So also, his pet is a counter Roomba, so what's not to love? But that's enough about heroes. Let's talk about the main fighting force, the ground troops of the Bloon resistance, the monkeys. I'll just highlight the monkeys I love most. In the primary section, my favourite tower is easily the Tax Shooter. It is such a fun tower that can be made OP with a variety of buffs. My favourite part is the Tax Zone, mostly because it destroys everything that comes even remotely near it. Now onto the military monkeys, with my favourite tower being the Monkey Shop. I love submarines so much because they're a really fun tower to spam. That's why I use sub almost 1,000 times. They have a great top path, a pretty good middle path, and a fucking banging bottom path. I love bottom path sub. So good. With Magic Monkeys, I have a few favourites that I feel I need to mention. The Druid is a really fun tower with an OP mid buff and a ridiculously cool bottom buff, where you can assemble a crew of extremely angry Druids, which can be further buffed by Oben. I love Druids so fucking much. Next up is Ninja Monkey, who just reminds me of the days of playing BTT battles and spamming Bloonjutsu, and his Paragon is really cool. More on Paragons later. My favourite tower is the Wizard Monkey, specifically middle path wizard. I'm not some basic bitch rocking the Prince of Darkness, I'm quirky. I like middle path. This guy is Mr. Steal Your Girl and Mr. Steal Your Pops. He is just so fucking cool. And finally, the support class, and the obvious choice is just farms. I don't care what path I'm rocking, as long as it's making me money. With the monkeys covered, more or less, let's move on to the boss Bloons, terrifying tanky blimps that are fun to be on normal mode and are just complete horseshit to be on elite mode. Currently, there are 2 boss blimps, the terrifying Swamp Thing Bloonarius and the Reaper of Souls, only known as the Lich, because that's its name. These bosses have a gimmick. Bloonarius is a very tanky boss blimp and spits out a large amount of balloons when it gets hurt. The Lich is a bit more complicated. It gains health if you sell a tower or temporarily buff them, so no outcomes for you. It becomes invincible, shooting out cursed blimps that must be popped to harm it again, and it straight up just steals your health. Now, I've been Bloonarius on Elite before, it's painful and I hate it, but I've done it before, but I refuse to do Elite Lich on principle. This is a nice segue to my problems with the game. Now, I want to say that in gameplay, this game is near perfect. I would like to have faster rounds, but that's not a big deal. And yes, some of the maps can be really annoying, but again, not the biggest deal. The 2 main criticisms I have are the visuals and the achievements. Let's do the visuals first. What I mean by the visuals is the game doesn't care if you have an epilepsy attack from the Sun God's bolts, or from the Monkey Ace flying around, or the Juggernaut's projectiles bouncing around. This can make it really hard to play the game when getting into the higher rounds, and it's just a right pain. But this, in my opinion, is small potatoes next to the real problem of the game, which is the bullshit achievements. Some of them are do specific thing X, and they're usually, decent, but most are just do specific thing X a large amount of times. some of these achievements make just no sense and can't realistically be achieved without grinding them. Like, I understand an achievement wanting me to do 12 odysseys. Fair enough, you want me to engage with this game mechanic. Okay, but 25 is a bit much, but fine. 50 is too many, and 100 fucking odysseys. Like, what enjoyment do I get from 100 fucking odysseys that I don't get from 25? And on that note, what enjoyment do I get from popping 500 golden rings that I don't get from 20? And who uses middle path helicopter that much? And who in their right mind likes the Bloon Master Alchemist this fucking much? I just don't understand. And some of these achievements seem like the funny pun for their name was made before the actual challenge, and the fact that I have to play the game for at minimum a year to get all those stupid daily chests just to do every achievement is just fucking stupid. And I really hope that Ninja Kiwi puts a little thought into these achievements, like going down the road. But that's just enough negativity about Bloons, because I do love the game. I want to talk about the co-op experience for a little narrative, a little story, if you will. Let me regale you with a tale from Papa Cool. Alright. Let's introduce our characters. Cooling, a very funny British man who doesn't know how to use OBS and is completely silent throughout the story. The one and only Bumper, a less funny British man. Call me Oreo, a furry. And Curb, the villain of our story.
I am the villain.
Now let's introduce the main towers in this match. Drug dealer, a chimping pimp, and my main goal of this game was to get a 1 billion pops with him, which is a ludicrous amount, but I've spoken about Bloons achievements enough. There's also Trap House, the beating industrial heart of our empire, and finally the Sigma male Dart Monkey that doesn't give a fucking shit whether he gets pops or not, Fart Monkey. Our goal, get all 3 Paragons at level 100, which are basically all three tier 5s of the tower combined. If you want any more info about them, go watch someone else, because I'm not going to explain it. While we were trying to get the Ninja Paragon, our first Paragon, Curb, the villain, places a mad. This tower has amassed a huge amount of pops without us knowing.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask, can we sell that Gatling gunner so we can get some of the pops? Because it's fucking destroying it.
No.
Yeah, just sell it, player 3.
What the fuck?
No.
Player 3?
Player 3. Wait, watch this. Watch this.
And we set out on our mission to destroy Curb's mad by using temple sacrifices. We managed to get rid of his towers, but he just kept placing them, and we had to sacrifice it and then fill the space up, and it got ridiculous.
Ah! Wait, what? I placed it and it was deleted.
No!
Wait, don't sacrifice it. I'm gonna sacrifice on the far end so we don't lose any of the other towers. Oh, can you someone the farm real quick? Wait, hold up. Oh, fuck. No! No! Stop!
You cannot stop me. Good. Then this can finally end. Don't you just want this to end?
And this all culminated when we tried to create the Ninja Paragon. We thought we had enough, we thought the formula was there, but we were devastated to find that it only reached level 93 and not 100, which is just... fuck!
Please! No! 93! What the fuck?
But whatever. After a few suggestions for him to stop this behavior, he blames me for constantly insulting and joking him with my funny quips at his expense, which you would have heard if I bothered to link my mic to OBS. But nevertheless, we make amends and he gets rid of mad, and you know, everything's happy, where bonds have been forged, fucking... yeah. But when we made the Boomerang Paragon, we realized something. Curb was too busy placing his mads and forgot to get the tier 5s we fucking need, so we couldn't even make 100 if we fucking tried.
93.
It's probably just capped at 93.
Oh, God.
I know what happens. Someone hasn't placed all their tier 5s.
Me? Yeah, it's me. Y'all never told me to.
Oh, come on. We got to the 100s, but the only reason we didn't get them is because Curve didn't place his
so
tier
he
5.
did everything right on the ninja, he didn't place the tier 5s.
At least you can get a Dart Monkey.
And it was Curve that let us all down.
But after this realization, he actually placed the tier 5 Dart Monkeys, and we got Fart Monkey to our 100 level Paragon. Everyone was delighted, and our spirits were high.
Go, 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 go. Hit it,
Go,
hit it,
Fart
hit it.
Monkey!
Hit
Yes.
it, hit it.
Oh,
100.
what is it? What level is it?
100.
And then we decided, you know what, why not? Let's make a vengeful temple, you know? Which is just basically just a paragon, but not really, but not important. But when the vengeful temple was created, it sacrificed drug dealer and trap house, and I was filled. So later, everyone left the co-op but me, and I was just sat there watching it with an immense apathy. The death of drug dealer had hit me hard, and I was left a broken man. I stared at cubism, and it stared back, and with that depressing end, I want to say I love this game, but it has fucking consumed my life. I have people in real life asking me for advice on how to play it, and I've blackboarded way too many maps. My life has been ruined by this game, and I fucking love it. 10 out of 10, worth the little money it's gonna ask of you. Buy it, and I'm fucking done. That's it. Fuck you. I'm out.